Hello everybody, welcome to episode 7 of the Digimon Monster Hunter series here. As you see with the Stinky Nuggets, we have evolved again. Well, we've technically evolved 2 times, I just wasn't able to record yesterday because I kind of got busy with stuff. Things happened, and today was a little bit busy with stuff, but to be honest, today's stuff with being busy was just setting up a new computer, which takes really long time to download Windows 11. And the computer was kind of being annoying too, so I was trying to get set up for that. Because I've been wanting to do some, online battles on the whole, Digimon World stuff. Because I'll be straight up honest with you, the last computer I've had for, 10 years. So I finally sat down and upgraded it when Amazon Prime, offered a really good deal on one. So I was just like, yay, I'll take that up. And so now I'm finally back in the Windows operating system again. Which is super exciting for me. To do all the online world stuff and mess around with virtual pet games on that people I said to me about. I was super excited about that. I finally get to try out the games that people have been telling me to try out and stuff for virtual pet things, which is super exciting. Another exciting thing is I can finally set up a capture card and start doing some capture card things at some point, which is another super exciting thing for me, which is yay for that. So at some point, you'll probably see me doing a test stream, and it's just going to be me messing around trying to figure out how it all works properly. Don't know when that will happen, but it will happen at some point. Or you'll see me doing separate videos on World and stuff like that. Tempted to do more of a stream thing, because I'm kind of curious to see how all that works out. I've never done streaming in the more proper sense, so kind of curious to see how that works out. Kind of interested. Last time I did streaming, it was 2019. And that was through weird Instagram stuff at the time, which don't even know the people I used to do streaming with. So it's kind of crazy to think about that now. But we got our awesome little Zenogre boy here. He'll be evolving to Garurumon at some point. Basically, I'm just gonna sit down and go through these awesome battles again. Yeah, it's just gonna be me doing this a bunch of times. What's his little attack pattern? Did they give him a special one? Not really. At this point, I don't expect anything out of Bandai. There we go. I get to do that 4 more times. Because this device only requires 15 battles, which is fine by me. It's just this device has one of the worst battle systems. I get what they're trying to do for these devices, but it just doesn't work in the same sense as the originals. If anyone's curious, they're trying to duplicate this whole experience here, which you can do, but there's a difference with these devices versus the colors. So these devices had what I like to call the hidden stat menu. The hidden stat menu allowed you to basically have growth with your Digimon, and it lets you grow with the Mon depending on how you cared for it. Modern devices, the modern Digimon devices, have replaced this with a just straight up power level. Which, hey, I get it. You have to sit down and find some way to power balance things or whatever, and that's how they kind of did it with later devices. It's also more for the sake of compatibility thing. Even though the colors aren't compatible with the older devices, the reason why they did it back then was just so that they could have a compatibility whole functionality with them when they were doing the DM20th and DMX. Don't blame Bandai for that. Don't blame Bandai for doing whatever they did. It's just annoying now because now we're sitting in a world with these color devices and they can't even connect to the older devices, so there's no point of the power levels really currently. So it kind of annoys me that we're stuck in this system again. Oh well, I guess I better just get used to these awful Nuggets designs. Ugh. Never gonna be happy about this thing. These devices have driven me crazy. On the other side, it's now just another Rathalos, but it's black. Which actually does look pretty sick, I'm not gonna lie. It kind of reminds me of that one Digimon. Was it Volcanamon or something like that, or Vocalmon or something like that? He just kind of gives me that vibe. To be honest, that's just one of those things I'd be excited about. Though, to be honest, I think after this series, I might run a proper Digimon device. Because, I'll be honest, these devices did not give me that proper Digimon feel And after this series, I have a space to run whatever device again, because, what was it, the Paradise got delayed, so yay on that fun. So yeah, Paradise got delayed till like August. I don't know when in August, but they got delayed to that period. So I'm probably going to sit down and run a device that I've been wanting to run for a while, which is like the DM20th. I've been wanting to run the DM20th for a really long time. I have like one that's like sealed in a box or whatever. Well, not sealed in a box. I don't think it's sealed. Is it sealed? I kind of forgot. Where'd I put it at? Where'd I put the DM20th at? Where'd I put the one I've been wanting to run? Oh, I see where it's at. First, we got the DMX here. This is like the original version. And here's the device I'm talking about. So is this the one I've been wanting to run for a while now? This is the DM20th. I own a bunch of these things, but I went and got myself the version I've been wanting for like years now. Because I'll be straight up honest with you, this has like been one of those like goal ones for me to find. Back when they originally released, yeah, it is sealed actually. That's crazy to think about that. As my favorite as a cool Digimon, I like Coronamon. Probably poor naming choice nowadays, but like overall, still one of my favorites. I love him. I played a lot of Digimon Dawn back in the day. I don't have my original copy of Dawn anymore because I'll be straight up honest with you, Digimon Dawn is a horrible game. I just played it a lot because I was a kid who was trying to find something similar to Pokemon, and that's just what I did. Also because I was getting into Digimon at the time. When these devices came out, that was pretty much around the time I got into Digimon. So I was trying to find a bunch of these things, and at the time I could not order these for the life of me. So when I finally got around to it, I picked this up immediately, and I've been excited for this one. Love this one. It even came with the autograph thing, which I don't know where I put the autograph thing right now, so I'm not going to show that off. But I'm super excited about this one. I've been really excited to run this bad boy. For the 20th anniversary, which is crazy to think that the 20th anniversary is almost about 8 years ago now, which is crazy to think about that. Well, actually, it could be 9 years because these devices came out a little bit later on. We did get these devices in America in like 2019, and the rest of the world got them in like 2019 as well. So about the time when Bandai was rolling out with these guys, they came back a little bit later and did bring them to the West and stuff like that. I just been wanting a Japanese version of that one, and that's the specific Japanese one. For anyone curious, I did support the 20th a bit too much as a person. I say this a lot because I did actually buy like a bunch of these things. Sad part is that's not even like all of them. I think like, was it the one back here or whatever is another one, is like another version 20th that just doesn't work properly. I tried refunding it and returning it, but Amazon just gave me the money back, so I just have a random boxed unit with a case in it. But yeah, I bought a lot of DM20s. It was one of my favorite devices, and I'm super excited to like sit down and actually do a proper run of it soon. Because I do love, well, I don't really love these guys, but like, I'm going to give like this guy like his final evolution, and then I'm going to move on to a proper Digimon series, because I've been wanting it for a while. And I'll be straight up honest with you, if anyone's ever looked at my channel and you see that you're like, but there is a DM20 series, it's really old, it's really bad, and it's time for me to like actually fix it and sit down and run a proper one. I think the DM20 deserves better than that old garbage series I made when I first started this YouTube account. To be honest, most of those series are pretty much bad. Anything that I made for like the beginning of my channel, which is why all of them are listed as old now, just because I do see them as not good. They just have many issues with them, and they're based off a different format when I first started recording them. Because the format I used was based off of how I made like videos off like TikTok at the time, which any of my TikTok videos are really old, but to be honest, I don't post on there anymore. I feel bad for anyone who still actually watches those videos sometimes, because it's just one of those it's one of those things I look back on and I'm like, oh, please don't watch some of that stuff. They're not good. But I get it. They're still there. I'm not taking them away or anything. It's just there as like content, I guess. So I'm like, it doesn't matter. I can't be mad about it. I do post sometimes on videos to do like shorts or whatever. I don't do it often anymore. I just try keeping it to where it'd be like a nice basic minimum now. Which I want to try keeping up with shorts. I don't know, they do be decently well. So hopefully I can keep up with them. I mainly just want to do short battle videos. That's mainly the main thing I want to do. So yay on that type of fun in the future. So this boy, we're pretty much going to just do battles with him. And just keep on going with that. Battles for this guy is not that bad. It's just pretty much me doing this stuff. I get to do this so many times. Over and over and over again. I'm gonna be straight up honest with you. I'm gonna be so glad when this device is over with. Be so glad when he finally evolves and I can just be like, freedom! Because for me, that will be the moment. I'll be just excited to be done. I know people are gonna be like, it's so rude or whatever, but like, no, it's not. These are just not good devices. And it kind of annoys me that the scalpers are trying to like already sell them for like over like the original price or whatever. If anyone is looking online for Digimon stuff, don't buy these. If you're gonna pay $100 for like a Digimon, for like a little intro Digimon thing, go find something a bit more interesting. I'll be straight up honest with you. Like, $100 can get you one of these, and like this may be like the Dark Souls of Digimon or whatever, but like this is still really good. If you're wanting a more easier experience with Digimon that is also really entertaining, you can still get away with like an original version 1 here of the like Pendulum Progress. Like, if you're gonna spend $100, go spend $100 on a good device. Like, seriously, don't spend your money on these things. At this point, I know I'm just like a collector of Digimon things, and at this point I've collected a bit too much Digimon stuff, but like, I really can't agree with spending like hundreds of dollars on these things. I get it now for the colors a little bit, like these type of colors, because nowadays you can actually mod these to actually be decent and actually really good and stuff like that, which, hey, thank Digimon community, you're doing a great job, by the way. Like, you can mod these to, like, have extended time periods, and, like, you change out the rosters and stuff like that. So, like, congratulations to the Digimon community for making these devices a lot better. But, like, I'm not going to sit there and support when people are, like, also selling these things for, like, a bit too much, and especially if you're not going to mod them. There's just cheaper devices out there to go do stuff with. And, like, even if, like, you're not wanting to spend, like, the idea of spending, like, almost 100 or, like, $60 on these type of things is hard to sit down and recommend when, like, you can still pick up older connections. You can still pick up a modern connection. Like, a 2024 connection goes for, like, $30 or whatever. You can pick that up and still have way much more fun with these type of devices. You can even pick up a Tamagotchi Angel out there. Like, there's so many better things than these ones here. Which I can say this now for, like, a majority of the Color series. If you're trying to get into V-Pets or whatever, I'm not going to recommend these things. Like, for any starter V-Pet person, I'm always going to sit down and just recommend a Connection 2024. If you're getting into V-Pets, Connection 2024 is a really good start. It is really awesome, really well off. It's a nice way to, like, start into that. If you're just a Digimon fan and you're wanting to, like, get into Digimon V-Pets only, or why am I trying to grab that? Grab a 20th. You don't have to grab a Japanese 20th. I know these are expensive nowadays, but grab, like, an American Japanese one, or not American Japanese. Sorry, it's late today, but just go grab an American DM20th. They're pretty much common. And don't let the people on the internet fool you into thinking they're expensive. They're not. They literally sold for, like, I'm trying to think how many years. Like, 4 years straight they kept making them. If y'all think that it's that crazy, they're really cheap. Even a DMX is out there. They produce DMXs for a while too. Like, it's hard to sit down and scalpers markets drive me crazy at this point, especially like seeing how the Tamagotchi Uni is now being scalped into like the hundreds when they sold that device for absolute years on years. Don't fall into scalpers trends, y'all. You can still get a bunch of these devices for like a decent price. And overall for Bandai themselves, please work on your color devices, like your Digimon color devices. The programming on these things is not getting better, y'all. Like, it's so hard to sit down and like be excited for these type of things. And I get like this one might have just been rushed or whatever, but man, it's so hard to like get excited for some of these like Digimon releases. You gotta throw me a bone sometimes, Bandai, with some of these color devices. But yeah, it's kind of the point we're at now. We're just gonna let this guy evolve. In the next episode, he should be. Oh, he might not be ready in the next episode. This guy I'm just gonna let die off because there's no point in running him anymore. And if I have one less Digimon in my pocket, that is fine by me, because that means I can throw an iPod in my pocket and just listen to music while chilling with the one guy. And with the new Digivice series. Which, yeah, that is a thing. That is coming up, actually. The new Digivice series to replace the D3 one, that is coming up soon. So get ready for the D3 fun and action of that one. Sorry for the longer episode. I just kind of felt like talking for a little bit. Because, I don't know, today's been one of those days where I've been, like, cooped up in the house a bit too long, and I was just feeling like talking a bit. I don't know. I stayed cooped up a bit too long trying to deal with Windows nonsense. Super excited about having a new computer, but man, the whole process of installing, I kind of always forget how long and tedious it takes. Especially when you have to keep going back in and, like, making sure it's not doing weird stuff or whatever. Like, ooh. It took a while. It was not my favorite process. And then I also had to go outside and, like, fix things, so it's the fun of having random nonsense around. Which is super exciting, isn't it? But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll be setting up for the next series will be like a DM20th series. I've just been wanting to run the DM20th for a while, and why not start it now? Like, why not? I have too much time on my hands, so let's do a long series. And I'm mainly just notifying everyone on the DM20th series now, because, like, I would love to have people actually run the DM20th with me. I don't know, maybe I'm just a weirdo for wanting those type of things. But, like, I love when people message me, and, like, they're like, hey, check out my DM20th run, or, like, when they're telling me about their own, like, V-Pet or Tamagotchi runs. It's always fun to sit down and, like, have conversations with people over, like, what they're running themselves. It's just always cool to sit down and be like, yeah, that's awesome. Like, I really love that. I love talking virtual pets with anyone. So yeah, I don't know. Hopefully people want to join me on the DM20 stuff soon. I'm super excited about it myself. And I'm just excited because I get to run a device that I can be happy with. Well, currently the Digivice is also been happy with it. I'll get on to the Digivice one. Digivice one's actually been really awesome. I've been really enjoying it, surprisingly. Which kind of shocked me in ways. So, Digivice one I've been enjoying. This one, I love the artwork on it, I can say that at least. And that's kind of all I'm taking it to. Bandai, your pixel artists are doing a really great job on the big art ones. Can y'all just, like, program these devices a little bit better? I'm kind of hoping this isn't, like, the final, like, big art device. I am really hoping that we do kind of push for more big art stuff in the future. Though, if it's, like, limiting the development team or whatever, I get why they'd stick to, like, smaller sprites. But I would love to have this concept continued forward. I don't know. It just feels like something that could be done. Like, we keep pushing forward and stuff like that. And I get nowadays Bandai is starting to strip out some stuff to keep these devices cheaper. and also make them a bit more fun and like the playability ideas. So, for example, like you see in the Tamagotchi Paradise, they went back to AAA batteries because lithium batteries are expensive to put in devices. So, but with it going back to the whole like AAA stuff, you saw that it expanded in its gameplay department. So, like, I'm okay with that. I kind of prefer that. Especially because I don't have to sit down and replace a battery or whatever. Like, seriously, I've been replacing a bit too many batteries in like devices recently. I think I'm okay with replacing, like, just having it be AAAs at this point. Just like, woo, I'm okay with that. I'm going to stop talking now because this video has been going up on a bit too long now. So, thank y'all for watching. And that's kind of pretty much it. So, yeah. Sorry for making this video go on a bit too long. But yeah, I will see y'all later. And that's pretty much it. Sorry for being still negative on this device. I'm trying my best, y'all. I'm going to be excited there to go back to a device I actually really love. So, woo. But yeah, bye.